Welcome to Out of the Box podcast. I am Gabriel Ishmael. I'm hosting two fine gentlemen from Africa's most populous republic. When I say black populous republic, I'm talking about the West African or African world power, Nigeria. We'll be having a very spontaneous discussion. We talk about issues from diverse society. But Out of the Box has a tradition. We believe in people introducing themselves. So my first guest will be introducing himself. And
I am Mr.
Sammy the mechanic. Now, first of all, before we delve in what we are doing, I want to ask them a very controversial question. Said marriage has been a very controversial issue in diverse culture and diverse religion. In fact, according to 2011 Encyclopedia Britannica, the world have encountered the highest amount of divorce than any other time in human history. But I'm just being enveloped by two young gentlemen who have been very successful in marriage. Can you tell my audience what is the secret of you celebrating marriage anniversary when the courts are broken marriages? What will you tell our audience?
Okay, first and foremost, marriage is between two people.
Okay,
but it's an institution created by God.
Okay.
So for me, if those two people are like me and my wife, if we try to work closer to each other, I don't think we will be here. But God is at the top. I'm here, she's here. If we are looking up to God, then we are going closer.
So for you, marriage is about divinity,
yes,
not about your personal interest, your personal relationship.
Maybe this personal relationship, we will all be selfish because there is that tendency for everybody to be selfish. But once you are looking up to God, you are not looking up to yourself. So God is, that's why I say God is A, we are B and C.
Okay.
If we are looking up to Him, then we are going closer. It's like a triangle. Okay. So the more we look up to Him, the more we go closer because He created marriage. He is the author of marriage. So all you need to know about marriage is right there with Him. So if you are looking up to Him, you go closer.
Okay. So the mechanic,
yes.
I think a month ago, a few weeks ago, you engaged in an elaborate 7 years marriage anniversary, and you display the fruits of that marriage. And knowing that marriages has been a very troubled spot in our generation. Today, even celebrities, their marriages are crumbling. How do you manage to reach 7 years when some people are not able to cross 6 years?
Okay, the answer to the question is love and understanding. Yes, love and understanding.
Okay.
Is the basis for the marriage success for everyone. Like my brother rightly said, too, divinity is part of it, just like he's giving you an instance of being and saying, looking up to God. In another way also, I will tell you that as long as there is a faith that is guiding any couple, there is tendency of success. So it must not be Christianity, it must not be Islamic, but there is a faith that is guiding any union as marriage.
Okay.
There is tendency of success.
So when you come to marriage, is it about love? Is it about interest? Is it about just affection? Is it what holds the marriage? What are the perimeters? Like people that will be looking at you, people that want to enter marriage. You know, one of Africa's most successful director, Kenny, he is yet to get married. Yes. But the ladies are all over. But Kenny is. I am also struggling to able to tie the knot. What will you tell me, Kenny, and others? Is it love? Is it interest? Is it affection? What really is that missing link that makes other people collapse when you are celebrating marriage?
Okay, honestly, I would say sacrifice.
Or sacrifice?
Sacrifice, because if you say love, to an extent, love will fail. Okay. To an extent, affection will
collapse.
So the only thing that will stand is the understanding that I am in it for sacrifice. what I can give, not what I can get. If you are going for what you can get, the human need is insatiable. So by all means, there is no way your partner can satisfy you, and there is no way you can satisfy your partner. But once you are going into it with the mind that I am going to give, irrespective of what I get, because as a man, even if as a Christian, from a Christian perspective, say husband love your wife as Christ loved the church, that he laid down his life.
So that sacrificial aspect is very, very.
It's the most critical aspect, because when your partner is not willing to give, as long as you are not expecting to receive and you are just giving, you are ready to give, then by all means it will stand. Because when the day of your weakness, if your partner understands this part, the day of your weakness, when she's giving, there is no way you can fail, because you are weak at this moment. And if you are strong at this moment and she's weak the next moment, because you don't have the tendency to receive but to give. So it means at the end of the day, there is no way you can fail, because it's just sacrificial.
Wow. So viewers, I think this brother is just subscribing to the view of British's most successful musician, Elton John. He said, and this love sacrifice. It's love sacrifice. Now, Sammy the Mechanic, after we introduced those words, he injected a new word on sacrifice. Do you subscribe to this sacrificial aspect of marriage?
I subscribe to it, and I just want to also include another very vital one, which is imperfection.
Explain.
Because you just said you yourself you are struggling to get married, and big time director.
Big director. For me, I think I've done better than him. I'm a widower. For him, I'm not even.
Not try before. So you see, to me, what I want to tell you guys is that there is no. Maybe you people are waiting for a perfect wife. That is why I said imperfection is part of marriage. Imperfection is part of marriage in the sense that there is no perfect human being. You see, because sometimes maybe the two of you are still waiting for a lady that has the boobs and the ass together.
Okay.
But sometimes you can see the boobs, you might not see the ass. But sometimes
so you are thinking that even looks does not.
It's an instance I'm giving to you.
Okay.
If you want me to still digress, I will still digress into other areas.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that there's no human being that is complete package. There's no human being that is perfect. Even you as a human being, the woman that will agree to marry you will always want to marry you because of the fact that it sees the good part of you, and the good part of you always oversees the little bad of you that makes you imperfect as a human being. So you people should always try to see that you have to take the decision knowing very well that there is no perfect human being if you are waiting for a perfect human being.
Okay. But in 1984, an American musician called Donna Summer, he had a hit that he called Unconditional Love.
Yeah.
Give me your unconditional love. Is love unconditional? Is it not that maybe because you and Sammy the Mechanic, all what you are telling us about the successes of marriage, maybe you are financially stable, maybe you have what it takes to take care of the woman. Is it that can you envisage if you don't have this means? Can you think you can keep them without a deep pocket?
Okay. When I got married, I didn't have a deep pocket.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
it's been a journey. From obviously a little thing. To where we are.
Oh.
So if it was pocket, I'm sure she had met people who were more comfortable than it was me with one rickety car, living in one small chunk of an apartment.
Wow.
But by the grace of God, she saw that I had a vision.
And she tied into your ambition.
Yes.
Wow.
And by God's grace, we are here.
Yeah. But Sammy the Mechanic, you know that I think about 2011, the United Nations feminists come up with an issue where they say what the man can do, the woman can do. Do you believe in equality? This Western equality theory that has been injected in marriage?
Yeah, when you talk about gender equality that is being injected into marriage by the United Nations, it's for the United Nations and for the people that believe in United Nations. Me, I didn't marry in United Nations.
Oh, for so your marriage does not tie on a UN convention.
No, not convention. Me, I did a traditional marriage,
Okay.
and then I did a white wedding.
Okay.
So, first of all, I did a traditional marriage, which make me a traditional man. And in my traditional aspect of life, there is no gender equality. Rather, there is man before woman.
The man
So,
is the head.
yeah, the woman is the head.
Okay.
And the neck is the woman to rotate you wherever
Okay.
you should go. It works hand in hand, rather, but it is not equal.
Okay, they are here to complement man, not to
Yeah.
be equal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but on the other hand, the Western culture easily subscribe to this gender equality because even in the Western culture, there is a lot of things that is being shared among men and women. Let's say, for example, there are couples in the Western world that share the rent, that
Yeah.
share the bills in the house.
Yeah.
So in a situation where you are sharing the rent, sharing the feeding money, sharing the gas money, sharing whatever you are sharing, of course the rights should be shared.
Okay.
But in our own context, where
You are the one that's
taking care of all the bills, you should leave all the rights to me. And that is another basis of the success we experience in our own traditional part of our world, which is contrary to the divorce we are talking about in the Western world.
Okay.
Because of the fact that it will work hand in hand by allowing the head to be the head and the neck to be the neck. There is always one leader and others follow.
Okay. And now, the way you're speaking now, don't you think that if the gender activists of Ghana, they are watching him now, they will see him as a man who is a bully and as a man who does not believe that the woman has a right? Do you see it that way?
I don't see it that way because one, he has told you the man is the head and the woman is the neck. Can there be a head without a neck?
No.
Can there be a neck without a
Can
head?
there be a neck without a head?
No.
So the simple truth is that the man is the head and the woman, for me, I don't say the neck. The man is the head and the woman is the rest of the body.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And in that rest of the body, we have the heart, the lungs, and all the vitals that will make this head function.
For sure.
So the simple truth is that the problem we have today, if you say women and men are equal in the secular society, in a workplace, that is understandable because they've all gone to acquire the same education, they have the same brains.
Yes.
But when it comes to marriage, the man is the head and the woman is the rest of the body.
Wow.
And that is not taking away the woman's right, because at the end of the day, I think for you to say the man is taking away the woman's right, what are they dragging anything in the first place?
In the first place.
In the first place, there is no contention.
No contention. So what is the issue of right?
Yeah.
So the simple truth is that as a man, I respect my wife even more than I respect myself, because if I want to, maybe as an example, someone gets me angry and I'm ready to fight, the moment I see my wife, I behave myself, not because she can beat me, but because I understand that she would not be happy, she would not be excited about what I'm about to do.
So she has that influence in your life.
Yes, in my life. So now, because of her, I have just allowed somebody to walk scot-free. Not because she will beat me when I get home, but because I respect the fact that that thing I'm about to do would make her unhappy. So there is no issue of right, because at the end of the day, people handed more rights to her than I have by myself. Okay. But the simple truth is that because she has submitted herself to me, to be under me, I have not decided to say, oh, actually we are one, because without me there is no you, and without you there is no me.
Wow. But knowing that I'm talking to two successful Nigerians in the Republic of Ghana, viewers, trust me, you bear with me that my two guests have been very, very, very positive in all the questions and all this discussion. But we said initially that our talk today will not be imposed in anybody, because we are creating an avenue for question and answer. At the backstage, I can see very beautiful ladies, my audience. They have been listening to us. Looking at their faces, I can tell we will be opening the floor for them to ask after the commercial break. Now we are going for a break. Out of the Box podcast with not only your regular host, your fantastic and innovative host, Gabriel Ishmael Jaro.
Welcome to Black I Am TV, home of the rebirth of the Black nation. Who is Mr. Charles?
That one. I don't know what is wrong with that boy. I mean, he's too generous himself. Who does that?
Don't you think he's possessed with evil spirits or something?
Possessed.
Charles? Yes, Charles. He was helping out with the accident victims on the highway.
We donated items to the hospital.
This is Charles.
The hospital have done well for them, and we did a donation to the hospital. So that's an
Seriously?
human being. You do bad, problem. You do good, they want to give you problem.
What is this that I'm seeing online? What is going on?
What I said?
Come and see.
What I said?
Is this not Charles?
Which Charles?
Charles!
Oh my goodness.
Not everything you hear you must believe, especially without proof.
Who was that?
I'm not an NGO. You expect me
What do you mean you are not an NGO?
I cannot use my business money to be paying for hospital bill for wretched family people and...
Wretched family, you come
Please, you need to leave.
Your own ministry is in that line of giving, in that line of building a bridge between the poor and the rich, so that the poor can gain from the rich, therefore becoming rich as well.
Wow. In fact, I believe in grassroots action.
A new chapter in your life is about to begin.
This voice again. We are back, and we are back, and we are waiting for those questions from our audience.
Okay, so my question is this: you as a host, you are not married. What is the reason why you are not married? And to your guests, what is the basics? What are the basics to look at when getting married? And my third question is marriage for better and for worse?
Yeah. Well, I'll start, and then I'll allow my dynamic guest to answer. I engaged in a traditional and cultural marriage, and I lost my wife. And after losing my wife, I've been struggling to replace her. Since then, I tried 6 times to replace her. But my problem of not replacing her is a problem of compatibility. I discovered that everything about marriage is tied on one thing: compatibility. You have to be compatible with the person that you're bringing in. So I have 2 beautiful daughters. I'm managing them while I am searching, not in hurry.
My second question.
Yeah, the second question.
So, what's my second question?
The second question, the primary basis.
What are the basics of marriage?
For me, I just look at one. For me, it was one factor. For someone who has sense, because I know if you have sense, if you have wisdom upstairs, if you can apply that wisdom at every given point, and you are good to go.
Which is okay. It depends on individuals.
Yes. So, Mr.
The basics of finding a wife.
The basis of finding a wife is the same basis why he said he hasn't found a wife: compatibility. You see, so that is just
my third question.
But for me, if your partner is embedded with wisdom, the issue of compatibility is not an issue.
It's not an issue
because wisdom will often prevail at every given point.
But what will the last time I almost came close to marriage, after a long time of counseling, the woman said, not that I don't like you, but I don't want a popular man. For me, I like you, not that, but I cannot keep a man that is famous. So we are not compatible. So that is why when you have some very careful marriage counselor like Bele Akani from Boko, he said something. He said, it is better to break a courtship than you marry the wrong person.
Yeah.
The woman said, I don't like a popular man. And I did not make myself popular. I was created an extrovert. So if you don't want an extrovert, we terminated it that point. So compatibility is not necessarily tied on
it's selective.
Some people are telling you that. For me, I love a quiet man. Somebody is saying that. Somebody introduced a lady to me, said, I like the way he talks, but he's short. I love tall men. And I so what drives people to marriage? That is why you see the celebrities with all what they have. Before you know it, the marriage crumble because they are not compatible. So let's get questions.
Not necessarily because they are not compatible. At times, people are selfish, self-centered, only think of what they want and not what they need.
All tied down to compatibility. If you are self-centered and you are selfish, then you are meeting a man who is also a selfish man. You are compatible. If you are
the two cannot work. Like post repairs according to physics.
So for instance, Kennedy, if a woman wants a man if a woman is coming to marry a man, when the lady who left me that refused to marry me because I am an extrovert, she's doing well because she married a man that is quiet. They have no problem. When she sees me on television, she said, anytime I go to your Facebook page, I don't even like the way people comment. You are handsome, you are intelligent, you speak. This is me. She is not compatible with that. So compatibility is key. Can we have questions from another?
Yeah, I ask.
Yes.
Is marriage for better, for worse?
Biblically, marriage is for better, for worse. Biblically.
I have a question.
Yes.
Please, what do you do when your wife is earning more than you, or your wife is more successful more than you? What is your reaction?
How do you manage this?
How do you
manage a woman that is more financially successful than you?
Yes.
If it is from the before, okay, let me allow my two.
Okay, for me, it's not an issue. Even if the woman is more successful than you or is richer than you, as long as you, the man, you take the spot of the man, of the manship by being the head, which is where I come from as the man. The total finance, the total expenditure, the total everything is on me. So even if the woman is richer than me, as long as I have carried the load by myself, that responsibility, I have assumed it, I've accepted it. I will not see her rich, I will not see her more wealthier than me, she will not see herself more wealthier than me.
Okay.
Yes, the same request, the same answer I will still give. Just the only difference is a lady, your wife is earning more than you. That one is her own pocket and for her own expenses that might be personal. But like he rightly said, your major bills still remain your major bills that makes you a man. That is taking care of your family, taking care of your home. So whatever the wife is earning, whatever she's making, it's not really a bone of contention when you are taking care of all the basic needs that makes you a man of the house.
I think both of you are answering this question in a very simplistic manner. Simplistic manner is that the question she's asking, what make it very peculiar. I saw a man who started feeling insecure because the woman, her riches, already created influence. The influence gave her connection. She's now attached to big guys. Then you started saying, Eba. So when Rosalind ready to goes out on weekends, she goes out with a business compatriot of her same level. Then what will happen? You start now feeling insecure. It brings insecurity. The only changes in that relationship is Christ. Because if the person is embedded in Christ, you won't see her, but you will see the man, because the man is the head. But I believe I attended the program in Boko. He said, this thing they are saying, the woman is rich, the man is poor, the man is poor, the woman is rich. Those marriages are not born in Christ. If they go through that counseling, the marriages are embedded in Christ. All what you have is for the man. All what the man has is for the woman. So there is no way anybody will feel either inferior or superior. So is your question answered? You are satisfied? Yes. Yes.
Yes. Concerning what she said.
Yeah.
In today's generation, the perspective of being a man is being narrowed down to just finances. Men have this low self-esteem and they portray themselves through money. You understand? So regarding what she said concerning the whole woman stuff, the question came to mind where I'm like, when he was saying you have to be the man, doesn't affect your part of being a man. And if you look at it, it just has to do with finances. So now my question is, does being a man, does it narrow just to financial aspects? Like, does it just narrows down to the financial aspect?
Okay. The thing is this. First and foremost, before kids don't get married, only men get married.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So before you get married, you must have to first be matured. You understand? And first, secondly, you have to have that financial capacity to be able to take care of yourself and take care of somebody else and children.
Yeah.
So the simple truth is that even as a Christian, my Bible says a woman is a helpmate.
Yes.
You understand? So the bulk of the load rests on the man. So it doesn't mean that as a man, it is finances that depicts who you are.
Okay.
The most important thing that depicts who you are is what you have upstairs.
Readiness.
Because if you have money and you don't have sense, there comes the issue of inferiority complex.
Okay.
There comes the issue of the woman is richer than I am. But if you have wisdom, you will see that even if the woman is more financially capable than you are, because you have sense, you have wisdom,
and to manage the process.
Yes, to manage the process, you will realize that at the end of the day, the simple truth is that in marriage, it's all about the man. If the man does not have that means, that financial means, and the woman is the one footing bills, sooner or later, the woman is not meant to carry workload. Sooner or later,
that's not her responsibility.
Yes, that is not how she's wired.
Yes,
so sooner or later, if a man says, man, today, man, I beg, I see nobody should talk to me. I don't have today. I don't have money. Yeah, everybody may want to understand. But if the woman is the one carrying the workload, and the woman says, please, today I don't have money, the man will see it as a blow on his ego.
Okay.
Because one, it is his responsibility in the first place.
Okay. Yeah.
Question answered.
Okay, but for me, our question is very salient. But what I'm saying that, is it not the women that have made it to look like money is the center of the equation? Because when relationship was given birth to, there was no money. The question she asked, it makes sense. Is it that all men is about money? No. But if you turn back to them, most of them, their objective of a successful marriage is it not tied on money?
It's debatable.
Yeah. No, it's not. Where did you go and get divorced?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Money is paramount.
Yes.
Do you know why I say money is paramount? If you take us back to the olden days, the father will want to give the daughter to the man that had the highest farm of yams and had the largest acres of land. And there was no currency.
Yes.
But if your barn is empty, that means you cannot take care of your wife. If you don't have a land, you can't take care of your wife. So if you feel money is not paramount, how do you prove the love to your wife? And you, the wife, how do you prove the love to your husband? So that key factor that everybody's looking for money is wrong. Because without that money, you cannot achieve what you want to achieve in life. Let's leave, if you want to leave marriage out of it, there's nothing you want to attain in life that you will not need money. If you still want to go back to the days, fathers that don't leave acres of land or plots of land for their sons, there's going to be problem in that family. So the father works to get a land for the sons to inherit, while the father also still works to find a man that has land for the daughters to marry into.
So that means money is the deciding factor.
Money is the word paramount. It must be there. You can't separate it.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
So you have a question too, right?
Yeah.
This is my question. Is it good to get married based on opportunity? Example, most ladies, they keep their eyes and like, there's an opportunity in this guy. There's future. There's potential with this man. Can't you see his car? If I marry him, my future is secured. I take care of my family problem. He will take care of it. Then most men, there's one of my friends that got married yesterday. The age gap is almost 30 years. And because she came from America. Now, man, this is an opportunity, man. I should just come to marry. I can easily get visa. You understand what I'm saying? Is it good to get married? It works for some people, then it didn't work for some. So the question is it good to marry based on opportunity that you see in people? That's my question.
It's not good.
Why?
It is not good, but sometimes it can be an opportunity indeed. Just like you say, opportunity. The meaning of opportunity is something that you key into to better your life or for success.
But are those marriages sustainable?
Of course they are sustainable because of there is a purpose. They are purpose driven, and once the purpose is even achieved,
you can run away from it.
It makes it more successful. It makes the success, the opportunity that you grab is already attained.
But are those marriage are there not fundamental deceit embedded in them?
Listen, the question is it right for someone to marry out of opportunity?
It's not right. Use the word right.
Is it right to marry out of love? Is it right to marry out of Christ?
Yes.
They are all right.
Okay. Yes, again.
My question is
answer that one finish.
If now how will you deal with your in-laws and your family together, not to put chaos in your marriage as a man? How will you handle your
extended family?
Both your wife's side and your side. How will you
That's
handle?
very, very, very peculiar in our African society.
So what I've come to learn just recently is that I have to protect my wife.
Meaning,
you see, when it comes to family, it's like the family will often see her as somebody else's child. They will often want to look at your interest above our interest.
Okay.
And whereas the simple truth is that your interest is her interest. But they will often not see it that way. So I've decided by myself, using me as a case study, that I will protect my wife above anyone else, and that in a situation whereby maybe
that will bring a qualms between you and the family. How do you manage that crisis?
Yes, that qualms.
Yeah.
If you want to create that qualms, then let us have it.
But you defend your woman.
Yes, because you know what? You are expected to defend your wife. If I want to create qualms, have it with me. Because if you are my brother, you are my sister, you should at all cost love who I love. Even if she has done wrong, or you should tell me And when you are telling me, there should be no iota of sentiment.
But what if your family member are projecting disapproval to some of the intricacy of your woman relative to how they see the woman? How do you manage the two?
The first thing is, how does it matter to me? I'm the one married to the woman. Okay. So if it is right by me, it must be right by you.
So let me put a suggestion, contribution.
Yeah.
So don't we think it would be more better that even before tying the knot, the man has a big job to do with his relative. The woman also has a big job to do with her relative. The job is by orienting them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Orienting. What if you have a stubborn family that
is where his suggestion comes. That's where his own what he said comes into play.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, your happiness should be your priority.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? But first, you would have a big job to do. Like when I was in a relationship, it was my job to begin to orient my people, especially when the person in question is from a different background, different country.
Yeah.
You have a big job because it's not their fault if they don't like what you like. It's because they've not been in your shoes or they've not seen what you've seen. So you need to show them, educate them why the woman does the same. Then it's your job now to bring them together into oneness because you are marrying the family. Your family should marry the other family. But in the case where they are stubborn, then his ideology comes in.
Okay, let me just add a little to it in acceptance with what he said already. Number one thing, you must protect your wife. Yes, protection in this, protecting your wife is the basis. But how do you now protect your wife? It's another thing. Now, to me, basically, I believe in let me say distance and also separation. Separation is the only way you can really protect.
Separation?
Yes, separation. Yeah, when I say separation is, I'm talking about in-laws. If a situation whereby you are living in the same vicinity,
okay,
you are not separated, it makes everything that happens become an issue.
Yeah. It gives back to crisis.
Yes, your wife can be somebody that has anger issues, and maybe your family will just see her one day beating somebody up. It will just be like, that guy, my brother wife with this. The thing now, she didn't even do anything to the family. She's not dealing with a total stranger, but they will just look at the character and say, which guy
she's fighting about brother.
Let me say, feel fight for us too. You understand? So what am I trying to say? Distance and separation is the best way you can actually handle in-laws and also protect your spouse from.
But to point something when it comes to this issue of family, in-laws, and spouses. It is the women who are often the women within the family that are often the problem.
Yes.
If you look, the men, they don't care.
No.
In most cases.
They don't care. Even when they see the woman's error, they might not go to tell their brother that
men are always in the same shoes
because when he sees the woman doing what the brother's wife have done something, he often remembers the one his wife is only doing and just forget. But you will see that your sister who is as worse, let me not say who is as worse as your wife, will not want to tolerate your wife over you.
As worse as what she is saying.
Do you understand? So the women within the relationship, they are the problems because they often, you see, I don't want to say women, they are emotional.
Yeah.
So
we have
everything
wonderful
by the heart, not by the head.
Some beautiful
most often times.
My viewers, out of the box today we have a multifaceted discussion, and I know you are enjoying it. And this last question, what makes it very, very interesting is because one thing people fail to realize: my wife is my first congregation. The only person in the world that they say it is me, we are one, is my wife. So the day I decided to marry somebody's daughter, there is no way my hand can wrong me. My hand, when they pinch me now, this small finger, when this finger is in trouble, my whole body is in trouble. So if I am going to bring that trouble, please leave me with the trouble. If you are not ready to come and help me to manage that trouble. Because one thing I know, I remember one day my last sister started dating a guy. That was the day I know that when you come to relationships, another level. This girl that used to take our things to wash, he is now washing for the guy and the guy's friends. He will tell us that she's tired when he comes to wash. So one day I opened the window, I saw her packing the things. Then I said, hey, madam. Then when I opened the jeans, she was not only washing for her guy, but for her guy's uncle. So I said, you see the trouble? Your woman is you, my 2 daughters, they are me. They come from my loins. My sister will make her own children. My brother will make his own children. So even the Bible, it says your first congregation is your family. A man that cannot take care of his family, the Bible calls him worse than an infidel. So as you are watching this Out of the Box podcast, and you have heard from my very, very elegant married couples who are just celebrating wedding anniversary, and they are the celebration of their wedding anniversary, that means for the years that they have been having their wives, they have taken pragmatic step to protect their wives. So even our brother Kennedy, who will soon be getting married, our director, we are praying to God for him to join that union. We want you guys to know that marriage is not for children, as he's saying. So Out of the Box podcast, I want to say thank you. We want to say, give your final words.
Okay, my final word is that marriage is hard work, and it takes hard work to make it work.
The mechanic.
Yes, for marriage issue there is no perfect one. So start your own today. Be happy tomorrow.
That's a big word for Kennedy. Gabriel Ishmael Jalo and Out of the Box podcast. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, but above all, subscribe. We are out of here. Thank you very much.
What have I done to you?